Hi, all, good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Is everyone able to see my screen and able to hear? Hope I will take as a yes. If not able to hear, please tell me here so that I can. Okay. In the last class, we have seen about our JavaScript objects and what is the functions and how we'll be creating it, and similar like we have seen it. Now today is the class 6. JavaScript events. JavaScript events. Events are the things that happen to particular HTML elements. Events are the things it will be happening to particular HTML element. Either click element or change element or hover element or key down. So many events might be there. So we can track any events. When you try the point, HTML events are things that happen to HTML elements. It will be happening on HTML elements. We already know elements in the sense what? Div, span, button, anchor tag, something like that. Anything like we can consider in the elements. When JavaScript, when JavaScript is used in HTML pages, when JavaScript is getting used in the HTML pages, JavaScript can react on that events. JavaScript can react on that events. This is the main purpose of our JavaScript. It means to react on a particular element, like element events, and as well as to modify the existing DOM. DOM in the sense it's an document object model. DOM in the sense already we know that is an document object model. Whichever the browser content, it will be showing on the browser that totally it will be taking as a one document. That will be taking as a one document. Next, HTML events. Next, HTML event. In HTML event, it can be happening something the browser does or something a user does. It means browser also can give some of the events, something like either loading thing or another button clicking thing, and different things are available. Different things are available. It can happen. It can be something the browser does something a user does. Here are some example I can show you guys like how our HTML events happening. Something like it can be just like while web page is finish loading, or any input field was changed, and when button was clicked. It's a simple examples I'm mentioning over here, and I will be showing the real-time example of how we can do the things. How you can do the things. Whenever any events will be happening, you may want to do something. It means by clicking on the button, you want to show some alert. By clicking on some button, you want to show some console. You are clicking on some button, you want to change the existing DOM element value. These are all the things we can easily do the things with the help of our JavaScript DOM handlers. With the JavaScript DOM handlers. And how to add our events into HTML element with single quotes and with double quotes. Both the things it's acceptable. And now we'll be writing an element, any element either div, span or button or something, and event equal to this is some JavaScript code. Anything like we can write our JavaScript code here and with the double quotes. And now event, event equal to it's a double quotes some JavaScript code. In the JavaScript handler, like whatever the logic you want to handle it, that I can say it like. And now I'm going to create an example event and click or something. JS events. I'll be showing all the examples in the one file, one example. I mean like one file. Something like I'm taking a button and while clicking on click, the time is suppose if you want to know the time, and click it can access something like document.getInner by ID, and I can pass our ID name as a time. Already we know dot inner HTML and inner text, so many things will be there. For now it's an In an HTML, new date object, it means something it will be getting the current date. A semicolon, like if you want to put it, you can put it, or else like if you want to add the multiple things, you can add a semicolon, or else not required. Now, I will be showing you guys on the browser, powered with the live server. If you see now, I'm clicking on this button, so it came this one. It's came this time. It means currently time is an December 8th date, 9:27. It's a 3 minutes fast, but as per my local system time, like it is getting an occur. It's an Indian Standard Time plus 5 hours 30 minutes. But it will be just like national like our time. Okay. This is the way, however, event can handle either on the button or on the paragraph tag or on something something. Okay, right? In any way. Okay, right in any way. And one more thing, you can get it out. While clicking on the button, how to change current button value itself. How to change whatever the time is, like you're clicking it, you need to change in the same place. Suppose in that cases, we can easily do our thing something like I can show the current. If you see now, I will remove the totally documented getting by ID, but here this dot it means it's an current element. It's an current element. I'm clicking here, it's hard to change. See, if I clicking here, like it's changing the seconds also. It means the current element only like it's getting changed. If you're clicking here, like each second, like it's getting changed. Like that. It means if you want to change the self element value, if you want to change the self element value, note to change the self element value. The self element value, we need to use in something like this dot inner HTML. But in this, like we can easily do the things. But in this, like we can easily do the things. And now I will show you guys the same example how you can do with the sum function. How you can do with the sum function. Like if you want to include our JavaScript into our HTML page, either in the body text, script tag like we can write it, or else in the head tag like we can write it, or else something like separate JavaScript file like we can write it. The like example like script example like you can easily include the things displayed in it. either data for new data after you can write it. And like I'm going to call this one by clicking on the same first button. This is I have mentioned already, like if you mention a semicolon, you can call multiple things. If you see now, see both the things it's getting changed. It means the time one and time this one. One click like if you want to do it. If you see now, I should click on this, and if you're clicking here, like it's getting changed. See 552, 53, 54, 55. Downside, like it's getting changed. It means wherever you want to change, or just like you want to do some logic based on the function event, based on the function event, you can easily do our things. You can easily do our things. You can easily do our things. And now I can mention something like there can be any number of events like which is available. Now I will write you guys some of the events so that later you guys can understand total events. Like depends on each and every functionality, there is one event. Some common HTML events like which are the main things, something like we'll be using it. Common events I'm showing you guys. Something like unchange. Yeah, HTML element has been changed. It means whenever our current HTML element value is getting changed, that time like it will be getting called non-click. User clicks on HTML element. It means this also called as something like mouse click or left click. You can consider. Next, on mouse over, on mouse, the mouse over, on mouse out. User. Okay. That is for the replace purpose in the VS Code shortcut. Control F and just like expand and replace. Next, on key down, we use a pushes keyboard key. Next, on load, it means the browser has finished loading the page. Like that, still there are so many, I mean, like HTML DOM events are there. It means something like for you guys already I have shown some of the things, but still so many are there, like a DB click means something like double click, double click on element, just like drag and drop related things. Focus means something like while user is focusing on that one, touching the element. And blurry event means go out. Like that, like I can say kid I have mentioned already, I'm keep press, but keep pressing it, like it can be like I can say mouse up, mouse down, reset, scroll thing, storage, starts, mouse wheeling. This is not like event something like I can say it. Like which are mainly using it, that only like I can able to handle it like right now. In my Angular, like most of the events something which I will be using the common things, like I will be showing you guys. So that like that will be fine. Next, JavaScript event handlers. Handlers can be used to handle and verify user input, user actions, and browser actions. Any doubts up to now, like which I have explained right now? If yes, please raise. No doubts?
No, Chandra.
Okay, thank you. I'll take as a no. Okay. And this will be using for to handle and verify user input, user actions, browser actions, that all the things. It can be done in every time when our page is getting loaded, should be done in when the page is getting closed. Suppose user clicks on a button and should verify the user inputs data and more. So many things like we can do it with that. And as well as HTML event attributes can execute our JavaScript code. I have shown already here. However, events will execute our JavaScript code. However, JavaScript code. Okay, that is the thing. Something that how can you do each and every event? Let me. I have already mentioned that these are all 3 points like here, like which I have mentioned that in the event handlers. Is a triggering event. Do you handle current event? I will be showing guys some of the events. Not this one. Let me show you guys on the one. Let me take down input. Suppose you want to get the event like whichever is clicking on, you can pass this one event. We'll be getting over here event dot target dot value. How to debug the code? Like we can open our sources file, and here it will be showing our like what are the output file is getting loaded. You can select it, and HTML like we can put the debug, but we cannot find like what are the values and all coming thing. But if you see in our JavaScript, we can put the breakpoint, and by clicking on this, like it will stop the execution. We can over it, and we can check what the values is coming from our current button event. Let's see, type as a click, target as a button. It means like when you whichever the button like we are clicking it, it's showing a same button. While hovering it, like it will be showing a same button. Breakpoints we should be keeping on left side, and in the right side either you should go for the next line or inside of this, just like go outside of this, or just skip the execution step 9. That not things like we can do it. And suppose if you want to pass the debugger, we can just like resume our script execution, so it will be continuing from one breakpoint to other breakpoint. If you see now, like we have the target and current target. If we see this in all events, you guys by seeing it also, like you guys can easily understand either on toggle, on select, on scroll, on reset, on pointer leave, on mouse leave. See here, on mouse down, on mouse enter. This is not events, on mouse wheel, and like on key press, on key down. This is not like events, like we can easily handle in our JavaScript a single HTML element. Single HTML element. For the button, there is no value, like we haven't passed anything, so that's why the value is empty. And type as a submit. Type as a submit. That is the thing like which I have taken. Like that's why it's printed as empty in the same line. But in this case, I can easily find out I can easily find out our document dot get element by ID of name dot value and clicking on one button. See now, this alert, it means from like whichever the resource like URL it's getting loaded says our name, like whatever I have entered in the text box, like that is printed. And if you click on the OK, it will be closing thing. And if you see now, based on the ID, not only modify the content of it, but we can get the what value it contains. What value it contains. And we can do the validation as well. Something like if there is no name, please enter name. If you see now, if we click on the button, please enter name is coming. It means they can easily understand, please enter your name. That is the way of validation we can do in our JavaScript. That is the type of validation we can easily do in our JavaScript. In our JavaScript. Like this, like if we can check the value and we can just like do some validation like this. And next thing something like you guys will get it out. Like like we can do something like one more logic. It's just like I'm commenting over these things. Okay, in the same case, suppose he has not entered the value. Suppose if we want to enter here, let's enter the value. Prompt, like we are having a prompt in our JavaScript, and we can say something like enter your name. And after entering the value, like you can easily get here the console.log or something like I have clicked on here, so it will be showing here. Please enter your name. I'm writing and change ready. I'm clicking on OK, and in the inspect in the console, you should print my value. If you see now, I have entered Chandra Reddy as a name, and you can have doubt. How can you confirm I have entered the value is taken or not? For the confirmation, we can open our confirmation box. Confirm or deny means of our entered value. Chandus. Now it's coming. Confirm or deny. Like I haven't mentioned the entered value, but it's better to mention it so that they can easily understand for why we are asking confirm or deny for the which value it is. We see now. I'm going to click on the submit button. Okay. We see now, confirm or deny Chandu Reddy Techie. It means they can understand they have entered their value. If they confirm, we'll be confirming it. Otherwise, like we'll be rejecting it. If I cancel it, like we should not take that value. So if you okay it, like I will be setting value for this one. In And if condition, whenever the confirmed is true, equal to our entered value. I'm clicking on OK. If you see now, in this input field, Chendo's came. Like whatever we have entered value, you want to set the value in our thing, you can easily show it. Like that way, we can easily handle the things, to deal the things. These the simple things, and as well as you will get it out. And in the confirm, like you are entering asking the value. Suppose let us take I have the value. You see now, by default change is coming. Like I have mentioned the default value in the prompt. First parameter is our message which it want to display for the user, and second is the default thing. Whereas in the confirm, like only one parameter, that is the message and where you want to display it. If you see here, there is an element ID we need to pass it. We have given as a name as a ID for this. Any doubt on this? If yes, you can trigger anytime. This is the way of how you can take input from our pop-up also. You can take input from pop-up as well. Like what are the entered values? They can easily display things after taking the input and output. I mean like username and password or something else, like you can do easily what are the things they will be doing it. You can easily do. It means like how can you take multiple inputs or just like multiple things in our JavaScript or something like that, some other thing you can easily do it. Either confirmations or something like it. Simple prompt like it will take the one value, and if you want other things like we need to check the other things. Okay, that is the prompt and confirm. To take input from user through alert. Next, confirmation either should go with or not. Just for asking the confirmation, do you want to accept or something? Do you want to discard your changes? These are all things like we can do with our confirm and prompt related things. Confirm and prompt related things. And in the same input, I'm going to take an events, something like on key. I will be writing in separate functions to handle separate events, so that you guys also will be having the clarity and what the value like we are getting here. See now, key down came as 3. See, key down while pressing it, first time like it's an empty and second time it's an focus cursor. That's why it came as key down. 4Gs I have printed like it's came. 1, 2, 3, 4. It means when now the key is pressing it, it means the key down is happening. Like and now the key is pressing, we are able to access an current element value. Current element value with the help of key down. Next key press. I'm going to put as something like key press. See, in the key press, we are not able to find the current input value as well. Current input value as well. We are not able to figure it out what the value is getting occur over there. We are not able to figure it out what the value is coming over there. Okay, like what are the value we are entering it, like it's not getting occurred in our on key press. Okay, next still so many are there like on blur, on change. These are all the events like which we are taking the events so that for you guys understanding only. You guys should practice more the things and not just like events so that you guys won't forget like whatever you are practicing it. The change event will call only once and click on outside so that it may change event call it will be only once. This is the value like whenever the total input is getting changed, clicking on outside or clicking on tab or clicking on enter, that time like it will be getting called that one. That is the way of event handlers. Anything like whichever the event you want to handle it and we can handle easily. And until now, like we guys see now document get element by ID only. And let's see about document get element by class. Just like in the last class of JavaScript, like you can see with a class and with something else, like we can modify our backgrounds, adjust the shapes, update the CSS, and all, like we can do it one day. That is fine. Any doubt up to now in the today's class? Okay, if there is no doubt, like we can wind up the class and we can meet you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for all of for joining. We will meet you.